time for another Talking Education and Arts Tea Time from Oklahoma A+ Schools Institute. Today, we're going to talk about enriched assessment. We've been going through each of the A+ essentials, and this one is a little unique. Many people who come to us try to really grapple and understand what enriched assessment means. So it's the fact that assessment is not just about a one-time, one-day test or evaluation. This is an ongoing process, and it really looks at the process of learning. It's not about always just the summative, but definitely about formative assessment as we go. Last time we talked about experiential learning, and that can roll right into the enriched assessment, because when we're doing process learning, then we're able to really look and listen to what students are doing. So trying to find again those gaps where they may be missing a key element that's just not quite letting them get to the final understanding of a concept or a skill that they need to acquire. So really making sure that we look at each step of how they're learning. That's part of enriched assessment. In addition, enriched assessment is collaborative, it's experiential. It's used for self-assessment both by the student and the teacher to try to help figure out how do we really meet those final goals of what the school system is requiring, the state is requiring. It's really instrumental in creating a comprehensive picture of understanding. Enriched assessment also will include arts-based ways of showing understanding. Again, you may have a student who struggles with reading, and so reading the assessment through the first time, trying to answer questions may be difficult. But if you allow them a practice to maybe show their learning through a dance movement or a song, something like that, that will give them opportunity to demonstrate that they understand what's happening. They just don't have the ability quite yet to read and write about it. You could also have a student who creates a visual of an understanding of whatever you're learning. They might create a visual of being able to represent something in history that is important, but writing a paragraph about it would be a struggle. But if they can first show a visual, then you can help them transition to, at some point you're going to need to write, but that visual will give you the opportunity to explain it better and be able to use words and help them understand words better to use and how to write effectively. They might use a visual to show a process, something scientific. We see that quite often in books and things, but this allows the student to have that ownership and show a process of their understanding and their learning. So enriched assessment can vary. It can be a simple, what we call a ticket out the door. After you've done a lesson and you're ready to move on, you just say, give me 2 words or 3 words of something that you grasped or understood today. And that's a great way for teachers to look and see, did I communicate the lesson well? Are all the students getting this? If not, who isn't? How do I do it? So it can be simple, quick things as well. It's not always an involved process, but it's really about a continuum of assessment, being summative, leading to good formative assessment, and helping students all through the year so that when we do get to a point of final tests and those types of things, they have a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience to lean back on and connections that help them to be able to ultimately demonstrate their knowledge in maybe a way that the state or district expects. So I hope this helps you understand a little bit more about the essential of enriched assessment.